This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Come on.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 16.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
You're over here. Yellow.
From the gun, Flacco. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Haskins. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
third down. Here's Haskins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down, Tennessee.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
From the 41, Haskins. This one caught by Ridley. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Short kick here. Fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Flacco from the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
John Johnson on the coverage.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Monday, that's left. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. This is the tight end fan. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. On first down, Johnson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That one complete to Hill. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Let's go!
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Flacco going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 22, Haskins. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
A gain of 15. And the Titans.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On second down, it's Hunt. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Haskins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
4th down, here's Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. Yikes, terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready, set. Mike 5-4. I'm coming.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Oh, you Kareem Hunt. We know you've got the power. We know you've got the speed. Now how about that? Show us a little bit of that wiggle in there. How about that one, partner?
Can you imagine trying to tackle that? Yeah, I'll stay up here with you. This is Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 42.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Give him 6 yards in the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Let's get off the field.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Haskins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Yeah, they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Haskins to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt.
A 31-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you have most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Flacco fakes the give. Sets to throw. Got a man. It's Brashon Perriman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Passing play, Flacco. And a catch made by Hopkins. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Tucker's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll run again with Hunt. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll get 34 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
They run again with Hunt. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
65.
Now it's Haskins. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Flacco now on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go. 56 yellow. 54. I got it. Ready.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Let's go now. 54. Let's go. 54, Mike. Let's get the ball.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Tennessee, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. That check's like a 10. Hey, okay, 30,000.